So today's episode, we are going to talk about something pretty common. We're going to dive into the school system. I'm going to start off to explain a little bit about Ghana's school system. Is it the same process or is it the same system here?
Over here in America, for me, this is my experience.
Right.
They used to do a lot of homework and everything when you had the elementary level.
Okay.
But now that we're growing older, unfortunately, maybe fortunate for some people though, we don't have as much homework. It's
Okay.
more of if you don't complete your assignments in class, you take it home, do it for homework, bring it back, or it's late. Over here, we also don't really have a quiz at the end of the class to evaluate what you've learned, your understanding of a topic. Sometimes the classrooms have something called an exit ticket.
Okay.
So they'll ask a few questions that you answer based off of your understanding of the whole thing.
When does grading start?
More towards the middle of elementary school. My personal experience was 4th grade. I think it's probably a transition into the higher levels of grading, like 6th grade and up, middle school, trying to get you used to that system. They don't want to smack dab, here you go, you got letter grading, get to work. No, they want to ease you into that system. Right now I'm starting high school, so they did mention that there's going to be a midterm.
Okay.
Then there's going to be a big test at the end. We call it the STAR test. You're testing everything that you've learned. But we don't start doing midterms and STAR tests until you get to middle school and elementary school. Midterms are only in high school though. Well, that's my school.
What is the grading system like?
For A's, 90 to 100. That's an A.
Okay.
For B's, it would be 80 to 89, C 70 to 79, D 60 to 69, F anything below 60.
Okay.
But for a failing grade would be considered F and D's, and that would be in your middle school and high school thing.
Okay.
But in high school, in my school, they amp it up a bit. Now they say 75 and above is passing. Anything below 75 is failing.
Oh, do you know what a GPA is?
Yes, I do. So GPA stands for grade point average.
Okay.
You calculate it by taking all your A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's.
Okay.
And seeing how many of each you got, taking the average of all that.
Okay.
The highest you can get, I think, is a 4.0.
Okay.
That's all A's.
Okay.
Then you go 3.9, 3.8, depending on A's and B's that you have.
What quality of work do you need to have in order to get the highest GPA or an A?
In most assignments, to get an A, number one, you have to answer the question correctly, of course. That's the main thing about it. Number two, if they ask you to evaluate on your answer, evaluate with as much detail as possible. And if not detail, then be precise and to the point.
Okay.
Make sure that in projects, if you want to get a higher grade, answer the question, evaluate, but also add some of your own creativity to it. Because they're also looking for people with good minds who can create things out of nowhere and add more to their work, add more of their own uniqueness.
Okay. So would you say that to get that with everything that you just said, is critical thinking also a quality that does it add to the quality of your work?
Most definitely. It's basically the ability to comprehend a subject and explain or reason with it, add your own judgment, and come to a decision. Critical thinking is a very crucial step in order to do your assignments, in order to do projects.
Okay.
Because if your teacher gives you a prompt, number one, you have to understand the prompt in order to do it. And then you have to explain the prompt. You have to do what you want with the prompt.
Prompt. What is a prompt?
A prompt is the topic that a teacher gives you on an assignment or a project.
Oh, okay.
An example would be if the prompt is explain how Lisa's personality contributes to the characterization of this, and that. That's the prompt you're giving.
Okay.
You have to answer the question, then you have to explain it. If you're given a text, add text evidence.
Okay.
Make sure when you're answering the question, you restate the question like, Lisa uses her personality and it contributes to this, and that by this and that.
Okay. Where I come from in Ghana, at least I went through the Ghanaian schooling system all the way from my pre-K all the way to even college, nursing college. So I know what I'm talking about. There is something called chew and pour. So when you are giving notes, right, or you are being taught on a subject, you are giving notes. When the time comes for you to write an exam, produce what you've been taught, it's pretty much, we call it chew and pour. They want you to go verbatim of everything, like the notes that is being given to you. So if it says, Mequia is a beautiful girl and she speaks very fluently, when they ask you who is Mequia, they want you to tell, Mequia is a beautiful girl and she speaks fluently. Is it the same here?
Okay, number one, that system seems pretty brutal. Number two, over here, when they ask you a question and you're given notes, they aren't asking for you to be precise word for word. You can reword it in your own understanding.
Okay.
In fact, they ask for you to reword it just to make sure that you understand what they're asking.
Okay.
So one thing that I'll critique about that system in Ghana is if you do it word for word, you're just memorizing the words.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I understand it. You're just memorizing the words, the order of the words, but you aren't fully comprehending what it's talking about.
Okay.
So by rewording it in your own, it shows that you actually understand what it's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You can reword it in a sense that it still states the exact thing, but it's in your own words.
In your own words.
Yes.
Okay. What role does AI play in getting a higher GPA?
Been waiting for that question. Knew it would come up. The use of AI, especially when you get to high school,
Okay.
it's pretty strictly prohibited because they want you to use your own understanding, not something generated by a computer.
Okay.
So if you use AI in like an essay or on a project, it's what we call plagiarism, which is taking a work from somebody else, pretty much copy and pasting it, and not giving credit to the person or whoever made that.
Okay.
So it's not always the best thing to use AI when you're looking up for quick answers. Make sure that you actually do some research.
Fact check.
Yes, fact check. AI can be used for many things, in fact. In robotics, you'll see people using AI a lot.
Okay.
Sometimes you're short on employees. They won't be able to build all these parts in time.
Okay.
They won't be able to make all these clothes in time.
Okay.
So you use AI to run the processes for you so that it copies just fluently. It works really well in the industry. You should totally use it over there, but only when it's necessary.
Okay. Only when it's necessary.
For the use of AI, me personally, what I like to do is I try to answer the question on my own. And if our teacher allows the use of AI, then I use that to fact check my answer, make sure that it's actually correct. And I do this because it allows my brain to learn, to develop, and pushes my brain to conjure up an answer to this question on my own. And if I get it wrong, then I could learn from it and be like, oh, this is where I didn't do so well at.
Okay.
Let me put this answer and I'll use it again for like future things. So it's important to develop those critical thinking skills because it'll be crucial to your future, your jobs, and your colleges that you're going to enter into.
And I totally agree with you, Mekia.